I ended up moving back in with my mom and dad. Me and my husband decided to move to North Carolina to try one more time to see if we could get along. So I moved to North Carolina. My first daughter was born in 1993. My second daughter was born in 1997. I ended up finding out I was pregnant when I moved down there. I worked when I moved down there, and he worked too. When my daughter was 3 months, who I called the stalker ended up coming down there. His nickname is Tracker, actually. He come and looked at the baby. She had beautiful blue eyes. They was dark as, oh my God, they was dark blue. She had black hair. She's a doll. Both my babies was a doll. Ended up having brown eyes, believe it or not. Let your heart guide you, because your heart tells you who you love and who it doesn't. Anyway, ended up that relationship wasn't working out with my husband. Tracker just came down to see the baby. So I ended up with another guy. This, ladies, are for you, the ones that get abused. Listen closely to me, because it is not worth it, and you can get out of it. This part that I'm getting ready to tell you, ladies, that's getting mentally or physically abused, get out, because you can. I met this guy, and I thought, yeah, he's handsome. Oh, guess I was lonely, I don't know. I started working again. Ended up pregnant with another little girl. She was born in 1998. But here's the story that you abused women need to listen to. This guy drank a lot, and I stayed home. He would go out to bars. He would come home. He would be drunk. He would mentally and has physically abused me. I'm not going to cry because I'm over it. It took me years to get over it, but I'm over it. The abuse was horrible. I thought myself as a victim, but I'm not a victim. I'm a survivor. And so can you be a survivor. You just have to put your foot down and say, hey, I'm going to get out of here, and I'm going to do this, and I can do this. Because I don't care if you're a woman or a man, you do not deserve to be abused, especially babies, children. They do not deserve it. Anyway, I got out of that relationship finally. The stalker, once again, came down. Tracker came down. Yeah, my eyes light up every time I say him. You see the sparkle in my eyes. I lived in North Carolina for 3 years. He came down, and I was living in an apartment, and he told this guy that he wanted me to come home. Well, I was being stubborn, and I said no, I wasn't coming home. Well, lo and behold, I say 2 or 3 days later, I came home, back to West Virginia. To nowhere, though. To nothing. Didn't have a home back here. My parents then moved to Indianapolis, Indiana. They had a home back here that was empty, but I didn't move in it quite then. I stayed with my aunt and Uncle Ernie at the time, and cousin Vanessa. And every day, Tracker would come and see me or call me on the phone. And I had 3 babies, but the other 2 were with their dad at this time. Then we finally moved in Mom and Dad's house. I had a nervous breakdown because all the abuse I went through. It was so bad when I rode a vehicle with the guy that I was with then. I would not raise my head to look sideways, upward, or at him. That's how bad the abuse got. I didn't think of myself pretty. I thought myself ugly. That's how bad he had me thinking about myself. But this guy stood by me through this. He took care of my daughter. He helped me take care of my daughter. Because I took care of my daughter too. I mean, I knew I had to be that strong to do it, and I did. She had a lot of problems when she was born, and still does. But we don't let that defeat us in any way, shape, or form. So we lived together for a long time. So I finally got the other two back after my nerves finally calmed down. Life was grand. It was awesome. My love was with me. My children was with me. It was just amazing. I still wasn't quite the same old person though. My grandfather died in 1998. Papa Lapis. I lost my rock then. I was pregnant with my third daughter. I forgot to mention that. But with all these hard times, it still made me who I am today, and I'm a very dang good person, I got to say. But life was going pretty good. Things were awesome. Eventually, it got better. We got a double wide and moved into it. Pretty wonderful and beautiful home. I'm going to leave some things out because I don't really want everybody to know everything because I'm ashamed of some things. And some things still hurt to this day. So I'll leave some things out of my life. But in time, I will come back and tell you all about it when I'm ready. So we got this double wide, and it was just amazing. It was a 3-bedroom. It was beautiful. And I had done anything for this man. I worshiped the ground this man walked on. And here's for the Christian people. Christian lady, Christian men. Let me tell you, don't worship a man or a woman over God. Because he will take that woman or man as fast as he give it to you. He may not take it in death. He can take it away somehow. Let me tell you, I know, I've been there. Listen to this story. We was living the life. Every weekend we'd go out. We'd do things. It was amazing. Through the week, we'd have the kids. Some weekends we'd take the kids out, do things. We even took the little boy that wasn't his, that he thought it was at the time, and his boy and my 3 girls out. Life was grand. But I done everything for this guy. Everything. We always joked and carried on, made each other laugh. And I do not recall an argument. To this day, I do not recall one argument with him. Not one. And we was together for 4 years. And I do not call one argument with him. But one day I had this very bad feeling. And I'm sorry I have to tell this, Tracker, but I want this story told. Maybe it's helped me. Maybe it won't. And he's not a bad person. He's a wonderful guy. But I sat down and talked to him because things weren't adding up. I had funny feelings, calls that wasn't adding up to the house. I said